Hello viewers, this is Michael from Screen Review. Be my 697 podcast. This is my 697 podcast. And like always, I always speak very loudly, very clearly, and very slowly, get you to understand me. Also, I try to do my best not to reach hard during this RE podcast recording as well, not to cause any RE feedback as well. And also, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will change your adult language. Once again, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will change your adult language. If you're under 18. Now, if you're over 18, that means you get to watch this audio podcast recording. Now, with this and everything else out of the way, let's get into the topic. Let's get into the topic. Let's get into the topic of this of Harley Quinn season 5 review. So basically, I gotta say, I got mixed feelings about this fifth season of Harley Quinn. Don't get me wrong, it had some good ideas, but I felt like some of them were not were some ideas were good. Them going to Metropolis and chasing up the atmosphere to what went down in Gotham with taking down the Legion of Doom and whatnot, and etc. etc. But I feel like there was a lot of the series had some good ideas, but didn't really use them well, or basically use certain characters well. I felt like why the hell is Bob? Why the hell is Joker is in Gotham? I know that Gotham's in shambles at the moment, but then he shot Barbara, and she's in a wheelchair. He should be in jail right now after he shot Barbara. He should be in jail right now. I know that Gotham's in a it's in chaos at the moment, but the Joker should be in jail for killing Barbara, or Gordon should at least done something to the Joker, and don't tell me to Joker for him for putting Barbara into a wheelchair and whatnot. And also, I feel like I wish they would have done more with Superman. I feel like Superman, Harley Quinn was trying to. I feel like Superman should have learned that maybe he should. He should not. He should not value himself as a person that saves. That needs to save everybody. Anybody for anytime. To be saving people. Everybody. Superman. Brainiac. All that. Superman was kind of dumb because of the robots, because of Brainiac's robots. He felt like there's no need for him to be around Metropolis, and Harley Quinn suggested maybe you should find yourself, and find yourself, take a vacation for a while and figure out what you want to do with yourself, with this free time and whatnot. And basically, I feel like Superman should have learned that yes, I shouldn't value myself about the people I save, or I can help people different, figure out how to help people different ways and whatnot. He could have done something different, he could have just be caught for a while and just and do his job as a reporter, take a break from Superman and basically have him as Clark Kent for a while. And also, I feel like Batman did got some good character development as well. He realized that he was he was not the best mentor towards Dick, towards Dick Grayson. Dick Grayson is some Damien. So basically, it took Harley and the Joker to help him realize that, and also that that you also know sometimes and also to open your feelings up, but at the same time, like he was so he Batman did want to, like so basically with Bruce, like we didn't see him as Batman, like he just wanted to be Bruce for a while. He just wanted to be Bruce for a while to have a more balanced life from being Batman for a while. That was good as well. And also, we did have some closure for we know that we know that Ivy has trust issues. So basically, we got the reason why what why we got to see the reason why Ivy has trust issues because her professor slash ex lover betrayed her and tried to kill her. So basically, that's the reason why Ivy does have trust issues. Trust issues towards others and whatnot. So basically, Ivy got to fought that. Also, we got to see Harley, finally deal with her issues for her dad, even though he did die, but at least she was able to bet what type of asshole her father was. And basically, I felt like when it came to the Luthers, I felt like Lucas and Brainiac. I wish that maybe I wish that would have had a would have done better with Brainiac, with Brainiac and the Luthers being Lex and Leela. I wish they would have done better, better by them as the villains and whatnot. And also, I wish that I was like, what the hell is Captain? Where is Doctor Psycho at? Because honestly, we haven't seen him much since the last season. We did see him in the last season, but in this season, no sign of Captain, and no sign of Doctor Psycho. So basically, where the hell is Doctor Psycho at? So basically, I felt like King Shark, Bane King Shark, King Shark, Bane King Shark was in Metropolis. I felt like maybe, well, maybe we get to see Doctor Psycho. No Doctor Psycho. I like Doctor Psycho. And also, I wish they would have a cameo from Kite Man and Golden Glider to set up their second season for Kite Man's Hell Yeah show. I wish they would have done a cameo scene. Like in the first season of Kite Man Hell Yeah, they did a in the final scene, we see Brainiac ship coming towards Earth, basically setting up what's going down in this season of Harley Quinn. So basically, I probably know maybe they should have done something like this at the end of season 5. Setting up doing a cameo scene with Kite Man and Golden Glider to see how things are back in Metropolis, back in Gotham, how the bar is doing back in Gotham and whatnot after the events of season 5 of Harley Quinn and whatnot, and see what they're doing how they deal with that bar and whatnot in their relationship, etc., etc. So basically, so basically, I gotta say this season was this season was okay. It could have been better. So basically, this season was okay, but it could have been better. I just wish that I wish Barbara was featured more in this season. I wish we'd have I wish we'd have to see Gordon in the season. Tracking down the Joker for putting Barbara in the hospital in the first place, etc., etc. I wish we would see Doctor Psycho. In this season. Have Kite Man and Gold Guard do a cameo scene to set up their second season. We don't honestly, we don't know if Cutman Javier is getting the second season as of yet, but I'm hoping that they do something, whatever with that, etc. There, well, I'm trying to say this season was okay. It had some good ideas, but most of them were not executed very well. It had some good ideas and some setups and whatnot, but it is what it is. But the thing that really made me sad is why did they have to kill off Frank the Plant Cause honestly, I wish they had. I wish don't get me wrong. Frank Lena is a cute plan, but I just wanted to. I just want to see what type of father that Frank will be to his daughter, Frank Lena. So basically, I feel like I wish they have. I wish they didn't kill off Frank the Plant. That's all I got to say about that. So anyway, what do you guys think about season 5 of Harley Quinn? Good, bad, or just okay? Be sure to know the comments below. Anyway, signing off from Scooby Views. One.